So when it comes to the learning intention and success criteria, what we did is we accessed all the E's and O's, and from the E's and O's, we decided just to focus on the writing for this topic. And then from the E's and O's, we managed to develop a series of learning intentions. We decided together to use the language of, I can and I have and I am able to, because that was based on the documentation from the Moderation Hub. So we decided to follow quite closely to that documentation. And obviously we formed the success criteria based on the learning intentions, and that's very much, we try and differentiate them each lesson, so it's a progression throughout the lesson. We start off with a red success criteria, an orange success criteria, and a green success criteria to reflect the learning intention that we've chosen for that lesson.
Exactly. So as Claire has just said, when you go through the ARP and you see the list of E's and O's, it's a long list, and sometimes that can challenging for the pupils to understand. Is for us, and we totally understand that for the pupils is as well. So at the moment that we take these E's and O's and we modify it into learning intention.
And we've also used the way that we've simplified the E's and O's and the way that we've simplified the benchmarks. We've used a kind of combination between the two to make our tracking statements. So when the pupils come to self-reflect 3 times a year, they use the simplified E's and O's and they use the simplified benchmarks. And we've created in the tracking writing benchmarks, talking benchmarks, listening benchmarks, reading benchmarks, and some other benchmarks as well. And so it's a combination. So they pick from those. So for example, the pupils know that the tracking round 2 is coming up and we've just completed a writing. And so they know that when it comes to doing the evaluation for the second round of tracking, they'll be more directed to look at the feedback we've given them from here and then pick the appropriate statements for their tracking to help them, move on and improve. So they can either use them as a positive, I've done really well on this particular section in the writing, or, it's something for a next step.